They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Clemson is quick to the line.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Right down the middle. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Going up top on 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Oh, ball's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Looking to throw for it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 7 over Maryland. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. the 35. He's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Clemson jumps to the line.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter in the field. They just didn't have it there.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, looking to pass. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The offense set for a first down play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They're working that left side. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Handoff from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, wants to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Rush. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Texas, 14. Clemson, 0.
Fresh set of downs after the completion.
691, Gators score. Here we go.
He wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that? What the doctor... Order an explosive play to the 40.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Clemson is quick to the line. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He wants to take the top off. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else, but 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Rush. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Clemson jumps to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Try to get it on the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we've got an update on number 1 versus number 2 going on right now. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Alabama. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything going on today, and when it happens, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's got it on the right. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Using his feet. Strong, firm tackle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Now the play fake. Steps away. Throws into the middle of the field. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires the pass, intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
What a disappointment. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving. Looking for his man in the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the gun, the ground game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gibbs. And the Tigers get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Unloads quickly. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
So give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback will audible. Trying play action. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Gorilla. Moves. Terrier. Dino. Timber. Timber. Jet.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Bringing it back. The 30. Running inside the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those old linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. This is a designed run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 17 over Maryland. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for his man. He makes a catch. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A little release to the back.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Pressure coming. Oh, he wants it all. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get me 1 too.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 21, Clemson 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They want to run this quarterback. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, there are a lot of players who I think might tense up in that kind of situation. You know you got the lead. It's 4th down, but they just go out and they're on the same page, and they convert, and they're able to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more clock.
This quarterback, part of their running game.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Myers. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Calls his own number. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And he's thrown another interception. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They found a little open space. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong direction. 2nd and long coming up. The give and tick, 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 tick. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Clemson, 7.
Fair catch called for and made. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Makes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Clemson is quick to the line. The play-action fake. Forced out of the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2nd down coming up. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the lone running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion.
Tuna. Arrow. There he goes.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Clemson jumps to the line. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. And he's still running after the move. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. He'll try to tack on one more. It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That keeps the score. Texas, 38. Clemson, 13.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Atchison. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You're going to take care of business. You're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been